welcome back. Just a reminder, from today and henceforth, from today onwards, from 9 o'clock we'll then take you to our African movies, so watch out for one starting today, just after Power Breakfast show. Last week we spoke to Coach Matthew about whether or not we have talent or there is a plan to have some sort of development as far as sprints are concerned. And he said, well, you know, facilities are not there, the resources to develop that are not there. Then we got somebody who came in and said, no, Jimmy, there is. And he's joining us in studio right now. It's good to have you.
Thank you, man.
On the show. Sorry, tell us your name, and then before we talk about speed dynamics, tell us about you. And you look built for speed, so to speak.
Well, my name is Geoffrey Kimani. I'm a former Kenya sprinter. In my earlier days of school, I went to Pangani Day Nursery School. I was born at
familiar.
born in Pumwani maternity, and then crossed over to Jujaru Primary School.
Right.
I did 4 years there, and then moved to Kaha Barracks Primary School after our parents moved houses. I sat for my standard 8 there, and then moved to Queen of Apostles Seminary.
So speeds or athletics for you was?
Actually, I started doing running well in primary school during the sports days and everything. So for me, it was always a sprint. So after my school, finished my school in 91 at Highway Secondary School. Just to take you back, in 1991, I was the national junior champion in the 100 meters.
Doing what speeds? What times?
At the age of 16, I did 10.7.
Huh? Isn't that how can this guy's
That's how they started. That's how they started. Incidentally,
what's his name?
Powell started
yes.
at 10.8.
Slow down. Okay, so this is to cut that a little too fast. So you at age of 16,
I did at 10.7.
Asafa Powell started at 10.8.
At 10.8, yeah.
You're Kenyan, he's Jamaican. I'm going somewhere with this. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So after finishing school, I started training with the Kaha Barracks athletics team, and then at the side, I also got employment in the hotel industry. So I worked for 9 years in the hotel industry. It was at this juncture that I got a lady who was a South African coach. She had come over to me for a coaching course. So she helped me out. She got me contracts to train and run outside. So that's how I found myself in the U.S. So stayed in the U.S. for 3 years.
Still running or now more?
The misconception is that there are so many good races in the U.S. No. All the good sprinters in the U.S. come to run in Europe.
Right.
So you only train in the U.S. but then come to make money in
Europe. Yeah.
So I was able to combine odd jobs, and then decided to go to school. Start for my level 1 at the Georgia State University. So after passing my papers,
in training,
in sprints and hurdles. So I got a job at a facility called Velocity Sports Performance.
Yes, I heard about that. Yes.
Yeah, this is a high performance center in the US that caters for speed, power, and agility. Funny enough, I was able to work with NFL players. Like one of the guys was Thomas Davis. He was first round pick for the Carolina Panthers. We also did speed sessions for the Atlanta Falcons, and it was funny to see people like Michael Vick just training. You know, they're bigger than life, so you think they do other things, special things, but it's the same worldwide. The curriculum is the same, and funny enough, all those things that are taught in the US are always brought here in Kenya. Because like we have the IAAF regional center in Kasarani.
Yes.
It caters for all the English-speaking countries in Africa. So you'll be surprised by the kind of coaches that come to offer lectures here. You had Lawrence Seagrave. He coached Ben Johnson. He's been here to give lectures. We had Magda Botha. She coached the 1999 World Junior 200 meters champion. She's been here. So it's a matter of just application of what most of the coaches learn. That's what is lacking.
Tell us about what exactly. I don't know whether it is an expertise or it is your company. Speed Dynamics. What is that about, and what does it entail, especially to build somebody from nothing to a 100 meters champion?
When I came back from the US, I decided now to do what I used to do there, to start a company here.
How long were you in the US for? Working
for 3 years, 3.5 years. So after I came back, I was contracted by Ghost Malay to work with Harambee Stars.
Yes.
I worked with the team that went to Tunisia for the African Cup of Nations.
Right.
And then again, I was given a contract by the Kenya Rugby Football Union. I'm the speed and conditioning coach for the Rugby Sevens team.
As we speak?
As we speak. For the last 2 years.
We have got an amazing runner in terms, what's his name?
Collins Injera.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's you? In terms of training?
Yeah, I've been with them for 2 years now, speed and conditioning.
Because you can't catch it.
I'm in charge with the speed and conditioning, gym things.
I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with this.
Yeah, so after working with the sevens team, I also had kids, but sadly they're not Kenyans. I have 2 kids, one is Polish, the other one is Dutch. They go to the International School of Kenya. Just in 1 year of training, both of them have won medals in the World International School Games in the sprints. And the facilities we have at ISK is nothing to write home about. It's a grass track, the gym is tiny, but it's just the initiative. If you have the backing, if you have the support, you can get it. Yeah.
Here's a question. We spoke to Matthew, you saw that last week.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, you can come in, Sina China Mkate, however, you can ask a question. The number is 0713 600 930. You can ask a question pertaining to why is it that we do not have, we do not excel, especially in sprints, in any event. So you can come in and ask your questions or comments in as far as that is concerned. Let me ask, in terms of, Matthew said that the resources to develop excellent sprinters is lacking. Whatever is there is not adequate enough to develop that sort of talent. Your thoughts?
Therein lies the first problem, psychology. Our athletes, our federation, the public has always kept on saying we don't have the facilities, or Kenya is only good in long distance.
Yes.
What do you think is passed down to the athlete? They have very low goals just because of the coaches saying this.
I see.
An athlete is just like a kid. He looks up to you as a father. So if you're there and you're criticizing and continuously telling them you cannot do it, you cannot do it, those are the same goals they'll have, low goals. So that's psychology. The other thing is the myth that, oh, we are East Africans, we're only endowed with long distance training.
Right, yes.
Just to be scientific for a while, all of us are born with fast and slow twitch muscles.
Yes.
Okay? So you've heard people say that, oh, West Africans are faster because they have fast twitch. Everybody is born with fast and slow twitch. It's the abundance that matters. So East Africans are born with an abundance of fast twitch slow twitch fibers. West Africans are born with fast twitch fibers. So what the West Africans are lacking is endurance. So they work for endurance. What we are lacking is speed. So we work for
We should work for speed.
Yeah. And the kind of principle behind speed dynamics is that you cannot change a muscle fiber, but you can train it to act like a fast twitch fiber. And that is what now the Ethiopians have done. If you look, we live on altitude like them.
Yes, we do.
Okay?
Yes.
But what is it that makes Kenenisa Bekele be able to accelerate at will? Okay, we call it the finishing kick. Actually, it's the finishing
So
power.
it's not a talent. It's something you develop.
It's something you can train. Because for you to get that finishing kick, that power, you need to work what we call the type 2A, 2B fast twitch fibers with specific kind of exercises. And that is what now the Ethiopians have been able to do.
And that doesn't require special starting blocks?
No. It's a matter of drills to fix the technique. Like when you've done 24 laps and you need to kick for the last lap, you need to be able to call up your energies despite that fatigue. Okay? For you to be able to have that technique, you need to have gone through this kind of speed training. I mean, compare Maria Mutola's body.
Yes.
She was able to do an indoor circuit and then follow it up with an outdoor circuit and still win. But look at her build. Okay? So it goes down to conditioning. How well do we condition our athletes? Knowledge. How well are our coaches knowledgeable?
That's right.
Not just in matters of endurance. Can you go to a gym and draw a program for your athlete? Okay? When you talk about gyms now, there's a problem here. Because most of the instructors are former bodybuilders. Okay? Now the reason being, in the coaching courses that we go through, as a coach you are taught the kind of exercises you're supposed to prescribe to your athlete.
Right. So and supervise them yourself.
And supervise them yourself. And also write the loads, you know, how many reps they're supposed to lift, everything. So it also goes down to coaching. Do we apply what we learn in class?